What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, October 29th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Donald Trump reiterated his points on immigration one moment and then took shots at other candidates the next on Wednesday nights during the GOP debate on CNBC. One of the first Trump moments that made social media light up was when all candidates were asked about their weaknesses. Many of the candidates dodged the question, but Trump gave a seemingly honest answer. Trump said, "I'm too trusting, and if they let me down, when they let me down, I'll never forgive." Still, the stoicism did not last. Not long after the first few questions, Trump was in attack mode and set his sights on Ohio Governor John Cash, with Trump taking a shot by talking about Cash's low poll numbers. Trump said that's why he's on the end. The real estate mogul also took umbrage with the moderator's queries, criticizing the CNBC host for, quote, nasty and ridiculous questions. When asked if he would feel more comfortable if his employees brought guns to work following recent mass shootings, Trump said yes, he would. In addition, he says he carries a gun from time to time, from which he has a concealed carry permit. He says, "I do carry on occasion, sometimes a lot, but I like to be unpredictable so people don't know exactly when I'm carrying." Trump says he's against gun-free zones, saying, quote, "Those are target practice for the sickos and mentally ill. They look around for gun-free zones." In his closing statement, Trump said the country does not win anymore, but he can change that, and he pointed to make his CNBC, he claims, limit the debate to around 2 hours instead of 3 or more. Trump boasted, "Everyone said it was going to be 3 hours, 3.5, including moderators, and in around 2 minutes I renegotiated it down to 2 hours so we can get the hell out of here. Not bad, and I'll do that with the country. We will make America great again." Reality star Khloe Kardashian and estranged husband Lamar Odom are not back together, contrary to reports. The 31-year-old reality star addressed her relationship with the 35-year-old former NBA star in an interview with People published Wednesday. Kardashian spoke to the magazine prior to Odom's recent hospitalization and clarified their status before the issue went to print. The star said of their present circumstances, it's not anything sexual or intimate. I want to be his support system. Tragedy does make you reassess a lot of things, but when it comes to our relationship, it's the same, except I'm here supporting him fully. Kardashian had brushed to Odom's side after he was discovered unconscious in a legal Las Vegas brothel on October 13th. The estranged couple subsequently called off their impending divorce, and Kardashian will support Odom as he recovers from medical complications. She qualified by saying, "It's not even in our brains thinking about us as a couple or having a relationship right now. It's just bad timing to proceed with the divorce right now. And also for medical reasons, it's just smarter that gets on hold for a minute, but that does not mean I'm back with Lamar." Kardashian and Odom married after a month of dating in September 2009. The couple signed to finalize their divorce in July, over a year and a half after the reality star filed to end their marriage, and the papers are awaiting a judge's approval when they call off the divorce. The star tweeted Wednesday, "I want to make this very clear. My People cover, I shot an interview for prior to all the events that happened. I had to do a follow-up 5-minute phoner after the events only because I was contracted to. I canceled my book tour to avoid this attention." Kardashian and her family came to fame on E's series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which will return for an 11th season on November 15th. Some, including LA Times columnist Bill Plaschke, have blamed the family celebrity for exacerbating Odom's personal problems. Actress and director Elizabeth Banks has been confirmed to helm the third installment of the Pitch Perfect franchise. According to reports, it has been confirmed Banks will join actresses Anna Kendrick, Brittany Snow, and Rebel Wilson for the return of the Bellas in the musical comedy. The director and Magic Mike 2 actress also led the project's second installment, Pitch Perfect 2, earning the franchise $285.2 million in the worldwide box office this year. Originally, it was unclear whether Banks would return to the project that made her directorial debut a success due to several outside productions, including Red Queen and a Charlie's Angels reboot. Banks will produce with the new film alongside her husband Max Handelman and Paul Brooks. Writer Kay Cannon is also rejoining the team to pen the new script. Pitch Perfect 3 is expected for release during the summer of 2017. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone have split after 4 years of dating. The couple, who starred in the Amazing Spider-Man series, broke up months ago, with an unnamed source telling People magazine there was no drama, they've been apart while working, they still care about each other. They still have love for one another, they are on good terms with each other and remain close. A May News reported that the pair started spending some time apart due to their busy film schedules. A source told E! At the time it was always a break due to schedules. They have been really busy, so they finally have had time to see each other again. They care for each other and always have the best time when they're together. The usually private couple have yet to comment on the matter. British comedian Russell Brand is seen shedding some light on his feelings towards ex-wife Katy Perry in a trailer for the upcoming documentary Brand: The Second Coming. According to Grazia magazine, a yet-to-be-released trailer for the flick reportedly features Brand further explaining a turning point in his brief 14-month marriage to Perry that took place during a trip to Africa for comic relief in 2010. He says, "That stuff in Africa hit me really hard." He is quoted as saying in the documentary, most of which was recorded during his nuptials before its ending in 2012. "I'm associated with the very thing I detest. Vapid, voxious, plastic, constructed, mindless celebrity." Another scene from the trailer reportedly shows Brand predicting to the end to his marriage, saying, "Although it's good, he's with someone I love. There will come a point in time where he will, quote, have to walk away from it to be happy." He also added by saying fame can be a very corrupting and corrosive phenomenon in people's lives, and I think it's probably the right thing to pursue what Perry's pursuing. I mean, she's a massive famous pop star, but I think that probably takes a massive amount of energy and focus and will. I think we're going in different directions, possible opposite directions. The documentary's director, Andy Trumno, revealed the subject of his project doesn't approve of the second coming. According to Us magazine, Brand tried to keep the film from showing at SWSX in March. "There's a couple of things I took for ethical reasons," for Russell, Tumner said. The British comedian and American pop star married in 2010 and divorced a little over 2 years later. Perry reports her ex-husband ended their marriage via text message on New Year's Eve 2011. She said to the Sunday Times of the aftermath, "I was in bed for about 2 weeks. I was pretty fucked up. Yes, it hurt a lot. I got a good knock." Universal Studios Hollywood has released a virtual tour for their upcoming Wizarding World of Harry Potter expansion. Now available on Universal Studios Hollywood official website, the interactive tour gives fans a look into the attractions that will be available with the new area launches in spring 2016. Various shops and locations featured in the Harry Potter books and movies are on display in the tour, including Hunky Dukes, Owl Post, Wise Egg Wizarding Equipment, Three Broomsticks, and Hogshead Pub. The film stars Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint provide commentary along the way. The website also features a look at two of the theme park's new rides, including the 3D Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and Universal Studios Hollywood's first outdoor roller coaster, Flight of the Hippogriff. The new expansion was announced back in June as a West Coast follow-up to the popular Orlando location of the same name. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter will be the second attraction for the amusement park after the recent release of Fast and Furious Supercharged. Earlier this month, series creator J.K. Rowling revealed that the upcoming play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, would act as the official 8th story in the Harry Potter series. Singer Rihanna is the latest addition to the growing cast of Luc Besson's Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Besson announced via Instagram Wednesday that the Bitch Better Have My Money singer and actress has a significant role in the upcoming sci-fi flick. Besson has not announced Rihanna's role, but the Lucy director wrote, "I'm so excited." The singer joins actress and model Cara Delevingne, Dane DeHaan from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Clive Owen from Closer in the new project described by Besson as his biggest challenge. The film adapts the graphic novel by Pierre Christin and Jean-Claude Mézières set in the 28th century at the onset of the discovery of time travel. Rihanna has appeared on the big screen before in Battleship and played as a voice actor in movies such as Home. Her recently announced highly anticipated 8th studio album, Anti, and its cover art has yet to be announced to have a release date. Actor Chris Pine will indeed star in the forthcoming Wonder Woman movie. The 35-year-old American actor confirmed his casting in an interview with French magazine Premiere. Pine was first rumored for the DC Comics Warner Bros. Collaboration in May. The star said, "I don't know what I'm allowed to tell you. I'm super excited, of course. Co-starring Gal Gadot is super talented, and Patty Jenkins will direct the film." He shared, "What excites me most is to appear in a film with a female superhero. I team with this very smart, beautiful, and strong woman to destroy the wicked and save humanity." Gadot will first portray Wonder Woman, aka Diana Prince, in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, and return to star in the standalone movie. The 30-year-old Israeli actress tweeted she is, quote, "beyond excited to be playing" the character last week. Pine is expected to play Wonder Woman's traditional love interest, Steve Trevor. In the comics, Trevor is an Army intelligence officer who crash lands on the superhero's home of Paradise Island and returns to the U.S. with the character. The actor is best known for portraying James T. Kirk in the Star Trek reboot movies and will reprise the role in Star Trek Beyond. He is also slated for Carmencheria with Ben Foster in The Finest Hours, also with Foster. Liam Hemsworth harbors no negative feelings towards his ex-fiancée Miley Cyrus. Despite their engagement ending after 5 years of dating, Hemsworth reveals he will always think well of Cyrus. Speaking with Men's Fitness for its most recent issue, the Mockingjay Part 2 actor gave a sober answer to questions regarding whether he felt he dodged a bullet after splitting from the former Disney star. He says, "You fall in love with who you fall in love with. You can never choose. I guess some people just come with a little more baggage. I mean, look, we were together 5 years, so I don't think those feelings will ever change. And that's good because that proves to me that it was real. It wasn't just a fling. It really was an important part of my life and always will be." He added, "She's a free-spirited. I think she'll always surprise people with what she does, but she's not a malicious person in any way. She's a young girl who wants to do what she wants to do." Hemsworth and Cyrus announced their engagement in March 2012 and split about a year later. They were together for roughly 5 years before going their separate ways. Nathan Darrow has joined the cast of Gotham. The 39-year-old actor will play the villain Victor Fries, a.k.a. Mr. Freeze, on the Fox series beginning November 30th, Season 2 premiering September 21st, with Episode 7 to air Monday, November 2nd. Executive producer John Stevens told TV Line, "The first time we see Freeze is November 30th, and then we're going to be telling a heavy Freeze story in Episode 12 and 13. In the comics, Freeze is a scientist who injures himself while attempting to cure his terminally ill wife, Nora Freeze. The character is forced to wear a cryogenic suit to survive, but possesses superhuman strength and special weapons to freeze objects. Gotham takes place during Bruce Wayne's childhood and focuses on a young Detective James Gordon, played by Ben McKenzie. Donald Logue co-stars as Harvey Bullock, with Robin Lord Taylor as Oswald Cobblepot and Carmen Bicondova as Selena Kyle. Darrow is best known for portraying Edward Meacham on Netflix's series House of Cards, which will return for a fourth season in 2016. He will be playing Bernie Madoff's late son, Andrew Madoff, in the forthcoming HBO movie The Wizard of Lies, starring Robert De Niro. Brad Pitt revealed acting under the direction of his wife Angelina Jolie is more enjoyable than he expected. The by-the-sea actor, who will appear opposite his wife on the big screen for the first time in 10 years, revealed in the latest issue of V Magazine that it is surprising how much I enjoyed the direction of my wife. He says she's decisive, incredibly intuitive, nice, sharp, and Maya say sexy at her posts. When Jolie pitched the idea on working on the film together, he said the decision was easy because I trust her with my life. The flick, penned and directed by Jolie, follows the ups and downs of a married couple, Vanessa and Roland, played by Pitt, set in 1970s France. For the first time since Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2005, the couple will come together again, this time as a part of a grim drama instead of an action romance. Jolie was recently featured on the cover of Vogue magazine to discuss her family and upcoming film. Working with Pitt during their honeymoon, they recently married last summer, was a raw experience. She said at the time, "It's not the safest idea, but life is short." She also added, "It's not autobiographical. Brad and I have our issues, but if the characters were even remotely close to our problems, we couldn't have made the film." The 2015 Miss Universe pageant has been picked up by Fox. The 3-hour beauty competition will air live from Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in Las Vegas on December 20th. The pageant's website says contestants will soon travel from all over the world to Las Vegas to compete for the title of Miss Universe 2015 and, of course, the crown. We are very excited and cannot wait to see who will become the next Miss Universe. The contest has aired on NBC for more than a decade. However, the network severed ties with the Miss Universe organization after its previous partner, Donald Trump, made controversial statements during his campaign for the Republican presidential candidacy. HBO has announced the cancellation of the comedy series The Brink, starring Tim Robbins and Jack Black, despite renewing it in July. As a result of an unclear series of events, the network decided not to renew the second season of the dark show, which follows 3 government officials played by Robbins, Black, and Pablo Schreiber as they work to prevent another world war. HBO said in a statement to the press, "After evaluating our schedule and our programming needs, we unfortunately decided we cannot give The Brink the attention it deserves for a second season. We are proud of the first season and wish everyone involved in the show the very best." The Brink, created by Kim and Roberto Benabib and directed by Jay Roach, debuted on HBO in June alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Ballers. The Hollywood Reporter observes the sudden decision to cancel comes soon after the death of executive producer Jerry Weintraub, who helped sell the script to HBO. Actor, model, and the former co-host of MTV's Your Mama, Sam Sarspong, died Monday in Pasadena, California. His publicist confirmed to Entertainment Weekly he was 40 years old. Sarpong died of an apparent suicide, People reports. Pasadena law enforcement and fire officials responded to a call of a man on a bridge, and family members called to the scene provided background regarding his emotional state. Police told People. The police statement reads, "Tragically, after approximately 7 hours of communication, the male jumped from the bridge." Read a statement from Sarspong's rep. "The family appreciates the thoughts, prayers, and other expressions of sympathy and requests their privacy be respected at this extremely difficult time." The Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner's coroner completed a post-mortem test Wednesday, and determination of a cause of death has been deferred pending more investigation, a spokesperson tells Entertainment Weekly. The UK-born Sarspong's first televised appearance was in a 1994 episode of the Claire Danes show My So-Called Life. He acted and modeled, included a 6-year stint as the face of Tommy Hilfiger before taking up Your Mama co-host duties alongside Wilmer Valderrama in 2006. Sarpong appeared in 2 episodes of Bones last season and is set to appear in an episode of FX's American Crime Story next year. His agent, Dede Sobol, tells Entertainment Weekly Sam was a friend and a longtime client, had a pure heart, and always went out of his way to help others. We will all miss him dearly. Sarpong is survived by his father, Samuel Sr., and his sister, June, who is a television personality in the UK. And another passing to report. Ink Masters Season 4 winner Scott Marshall has died at the age of 41. According to the Chicago Tribune, Marshall was found dead Sunday inside a Holiday Inn Express in Roselle, Illinois, after police received a call about an unresponsive guest. Marshall reportedly told his wife, Johanna, that he was not feeling well Saturday and that he would be staying at a hotel overnight located near his tattoo shop, according to TMZ. Johanna later became worried after he stopped returning phone calls. The DuPage County Coroner's Office said an autopsy was performed on Marshall, but that a cause of death will not be released as the investigation is still ongoing. The reality star appeared on the Spike TV program in May 2014 and took home the $100,000 grand prize. Spike TV said in a statement, Spike and the entire Ink Master family are stunned and saddened by the news of Scott's passing. He was a great competitor and a talented artist. Our deepest condolences goes out to the Marshall family and friends. Marshall is survived by Johanna and the couple's 3 young children. ABC announced Wednesday that Carrie Underwood would be headlining New Year's Rockin' Eve with host Ryan Seacrest on December 31st. Underwood said in a statement, "There's nowhere else I would rather be than New York's Times Square, one of the most magical places in the world to ring in the new year. It's going to be a memorable night, and I can't wait to celebrate with the world." Seacrest joked with Underwood on Twitter, reminding the singer to bring some warm clothes. He tweeted, Hey, at Carrie Underwood, I hope you have long johns and good earmuffs. I'll see you in Times Square for official New Year's Rockin' Eve 2016. He also added, if there's one girl who will make sure our clock don't stop on New Year's Eve, it's at Carrie Underwood. Recently, Underwood released her Storyteller Tour dates to promote her latest album of the same name. Selena Gomez will be honored as Billboard's chart topper at the upcoming Women in Music Awards ceremony in December. Announced Wednesday, Billboard cites Gomez's career milestones achieved by her new music such as Good For You and an album revival. She follows last year's winner Iggy Azalea. Co-president and CCO of Guggenheim Media, which owns Billboard, Janice Mintz said in the last few months, Selena has broken onto the scene as an adult and come into her own as an artist with the success of Revival. We want to highlight this moment for a woman who has become a role model for many, a feminist, and an independent voice whose new album truly showcased her as a mature artist. It has been previously announced that singer and actress Lady Gaga will be honored at the event as Billboard's Woman of the Year for her work in the entertainment industry, but both behind the scenes and in the spotlight. Alabama Shakes singer Brittany Howard will also be honored as Billboard's Powerhouse Artist. Lifetime will televise the 2015 Women in Music event for the first time on December 18th. Blake Shelton expects the 2015 CMA Awards to be uncomfortable. The 39-year-old country star admitted as much in an interview Tuesday on Late Night with Seth Meyers. Shelton and ex-wife Miranda Lambert will both perform at the ceremony November 4th, less than 4 months after their highly publicized divorce. The singer said this year is going to be awkward at the CMAs. Country music is such a family. Everybody's there is a friends. You know, there's got to be a joke about me and Miranda. Co-host Brad Paisley is not doing his job if he doesn't look down there and go, ha-ha. He also added, you have to address the elephant in the room. We had the conversations like, okay, dude, I will sit there and let you kick me in the face a few times. I know it's coming, you know. The award ceremony will mark the former couple's first public reunion since their split in July. The pair will compete for Musical Event of the Year, Shelton for Lonely Tonight with Ashley Monroe, and Lambert for Smoking and Drinking with Little Big Town. Shelton is also nominated for Male Vocalist of the Year, while Lambert is up for Female Vocalist of the Year, Entertainer of the Year, and Music Video of the Year for Little Red Wagon. The 31-year-old singer celebrated her nominations by shopping in September. MAC Cosmetics has unveiled Ariana Grande as its latest Viva Glam spokesperson. She follows celebrities like Miley Cyrus, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj in the role. Revealed Monday via the company's social media outlets, including Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, Grande's photo shoot for the special line of makeup consists of pails of pink paint and the pop star decked out in black. The Focus singer said in an Instagram post that highlighted her partnership with MAC, I am beyond honored and excited to be working with the brand that stands for and always stood up for equality. My lip gloss and lipstick will be available in January, and every penny goes to people affected by HIV and AIDS. And I have loved and supported at MAC Cosmetics ever since I was a little girl walking through the mall and saw your first #Viva Glam girl in the window. At RuPaul Official. I'm so honored. Viva Glam is a charitable campaign that aims to raise money for HIV and AIDS research, launched in 1994 with drag queen RuPaul as its first spokesperson. Music legend Phil Collins has confirmed he will return to making music after a 13-year break, with new recording sessions beginning next month. Collins hasn't released brand new music since 2002's albums Testify, though he did release a Motown Covers album in 2010. But in a new interview in Rolling Stone magazine, he declares, I'm no longer officially retired, the horse is out of the stable, and I'm raring to go. The singer and drummer first found fame with Genesis in the mid-1970s before leading into a successful solo career with hits like Against All Odds and In the Air Tonight. He has sold 150 million records worldwide. The new material will follow reissues of his solo albums, with Collins saying, if people rediscover the old stuff and show interest, it would be silly not to make more music. In 2011, he announced his retirement by saying, so I can be a full-time father to my 2 young sons on a daily basis. It was following his third divorce in 2008 from Ori Ann Kevy, who eventually took their sons to live with her in Miami while he remained in Switzerland. In the Rolling Stone interview, he said, the period, quote, left me with a lot of time on my hands to think about what happened. I went through a few bits of darkness, drinking too much. I killed my hours watching TV and drinking, and it almost killed me. but I haven't had a drink in 3 years. He also had to go through surgery after suffering from a nerve damage on a Genesis reunion tour in 2007 that left him unable to play the drums. Collins says that he's planning a new tour with his sons in mind. My kids are now 10 and 14, and they want to see what their dad does. They were in nappies when I was last on the road. They love my music, and I like to take them out so they can enjoy it. Regardless of another Genesis reunion, Collins says, I love the guys. I would just prefer to do this first. For now, let's just see how this goes. And now here's the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of November 7th. Number 10, One Direction with Perfect. Number 9, Salento with Watch Me. Number 8, Our City featuring Adam Levine with Locked Away. Number 7, The Weeknd with Can't Feel My Face. Number 6, Fetty Wap featuring the Remy Boys with 679. Number 5, Taylor Swift with Wildest Dreams. Number 4, Shawn Mendes with Stitches. Number 3, Justin Bieber with What Do You Mean. Number 2, Drake with Hotline Bling. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of November 7th, The Weeknd with The Hills. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1966, 96 Tears becomes the number 1 hit for the enigmatic and influential Question Mark and the Mysterians. To this day, no one can say with absolute certainty who is the leader of Question Mark and the Mysterians. Is he, as literalists would have us believe, the former Rudy Martinez, a Mexican-born and Michigan-raised earthling who legally changed his name to a punctuation mark, question mark? Or is he truly the space alien he claims to be, a claim for which he has never backed down? What is the abundant clear is that Question Mark has managed to maintain an intriguing air of mystery about him during his 40-plus years in the public eye, and that air of mystery has in turn helped earn him recognition among fans of one of the flat-out kookiest individuals ever to cut a record. Known to his friends as Q, the man officially named Question Mark rose to fame with his band, the Mysterians, with their song 96 Tears, came out of nowhere to reach the top of the Billboard pop charts on this date in 1966. Recorded in the living room of the head of the local record label called Pan Go-Go, 96 Tears was a simple song recorded in an amateur fashion yet infused with incredible energy that would make it a favorite of the 1970s punks who would follow in the footsteps of Question Mark, who never once took off his trademark shades, neither during his band's extremely brief heyday, nor later as part of any publicity-generating stunt. And on this date in 1971, Duane Allman, a slide guitarist and the leader of the Allman Brothers Band, is killed when he loses control of his motorcycle and drives into the side of a flatbed truck in Macon, Georgia. He was 24 years old. After Allman's death, his band continued to tour and record and is still touring today. In 2004, Rolling Stones declared that the Allman Brothers were the 52nd greatest rock and roll band of all time. Allman was born in Nashville and grew up in Florida. Before he formed the Allman Brothers Band with his brother Greg, a singer and keyboard player, Duane had made a name for himself as a session musician for Atlantic Records at Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, Georgia. There he played with artists like Wilson Pickett, Clarence Carter, Aretha Franklin, King Curtis, John Hammond Jr., Ronnie Hawkins, Boz Scaggs, and Herbie Mann. In 1969, the Allmans put together their own band and moved to Macon. They released 2 promising studio albums and a live album in the 1970s at Fillmore East that many people say is among the best concert recordings ever made. When Allman died, the band was working on a new studio album, Eat a Peach, which eventually hit number 4 on the Billboard's album sales charts. On the afternoon of his accident, Duane Allman was speeding along Hillcrest Avenue on his Harley-Davidson Sportster when he slowed to let a flatbed truck carrying a huge crane boom make a left turn in front of him. Allman pulled his bike towards the center of the road so he could swing around the other side of the truck, but in the midst of its turn, the flatbed suddenly rambled to a stop. Unable to maneuver around and under the giant obstacle, Allman ran into it. The crane's weight ball knocked him off his Harley, which bounced up in the air and off of Allman's chest before sliding to a stop along the curve. The guitarist was not killed instantly. In fact, he had no visible injuries except some bumps and scraps, but died in surgery later that evening. Almost exactly 1 year later, the Allman Brothers Band's bassist, Barry Oakley, died in a very similar accident. He crashed his speeding Triumph into the side of a city bus just a few blocks away. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, October 29th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Raymulo. That's RAYMULO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.